edition of the VoiceTech Summit India 2022.
It's been a fantastic experience and enjoyed the 2 days and still some more hours to go. So I'm looking forward to a great ending to the event. So Qualify is leveraging voice in the recruitment domain. In fact, we are among the only ones or maybe few who are actually doing that. And voice has been leveraged in customer care, contact center. But we saw an opportunity that it can be also used in the recruitment domain and solve. And I think a slight difference between the Indian and the rest of the world market about voice is Indians like the human touch. So Qualify has built voice or leveraging voice in the user's own voice and not a bot. Because people do not want to interact with the bot because it's it gives a feeling of an artificialness.
So in India, we've seen a lot of dependency on say humans, a lot of manpower being hired across sectors in terms of say solving for customer support or solving for customer engagement. That is where we come into picture and sort of automate at least the L1, L2 support queries or even the redundant engagements with customers, wherein you don't have to say rely completely on human agents. You can simply automate that part of your support ecosystem and then sort of even manage scale and surge whenever that occurs. So I would say the three major takeaways would be how say voice automation is changing the entire support and engagement ecosystem overall across industry. A lot of companies are actually striving to, and similarly for Verloop also, it's something that we strive for to provide our customers a delightful experience from our side and also help them provide a delightful experience to their customers.
Well, after a long time, I think we are coming out to have a physical event. Didn't know what to expect, but to our surprise, the event turned out to be really well. Had a very interesting conversation with a lot of people. I'm sure most of it will materialize. I think we'll probably get back to you again and do a few more events. But overall, it was a very good event, very well organized. We're very happy to come out here, meet people, tell us about what we've been doing, and probably help them with their conversational AI roadmap. As we are a deep tech company, everything is built in-house.
Right.
So our dependency on third-party speech engines is completely off.
Okay.
That is where we come in to customize for Indian market specifically.
So it's a one-stop solution for all sorts of consumer engagement, be it through voice, through text, through video, through authentication, we are there. So companies do not need to reach out to different vendors anymore. They do not need to have different partners for different channels of communication anymore. It's all simplified right now. And it can be used through automated messages, automated calls, as well as very powerful AI chatbots and voice bots, which makes lives easier. And most importantly, I think the sessions, they are very insightful. We are understanding so many things. We are interacting with all the companies out there. And also with our session, I think a lot of people shown interest in kind of having a space of coexistence where we are extending a hand of partnership to a few companies who can help us build certain things. And I think that is where the world is headed towards.
I think the verticals on which a lot of these panel discussions happened were really exhaustive. I think how voice AI makes sense in the health vertical is very, very different to what it will make sense in the retail vertical or in the contact center space, right? So I think given that we were able to segregate and have the dedicated discussions around these verticals, I think that made a lot of sense and very insightful. Like I have a whole list of things that I need to go back and look into. The space that we are in, right, it's called the conversational AI space. But I think if you go to our site, right, or if you talk to any of our sales guys, we sell our product as a total experience automation, right? Because we're not here to sell chatbots or voice bots. We're basically here to fix problems with our customer engagements, right? With businesses with their customer engagements. So we want to ensure that every business that signs up with us is able to ensure the best in-class customer engagement experience there is. Right? And for that, I think it's not just about ensuring that the voice bot works perfectly or the chat bot works perfectly. It's also about ensuring that whatever ecosystem the business is in already, right, we're able to go and sit in that ecosystem in a seamless fashion. So onboarding and that transition that needs to happen for a legacy business to an AI-based solution, right, it's very seamless.
One of the primary reasons there is so much success in these kind of events is the kind of bridging of the gap which happens between organizations, solution providers, and key market players, who expect these solutions to come in, right? where or come to an age where all these companies, they are similar in the kind of technology that they provide, the kind of services, product portfolios that they have. And the unique advantage that any of these organizations can have is how well they have understood their customers. And when you look at conversations, right, anything and everything is a conversation. It's not just what happens between an customer care agent and say a customer or a client, right? Website content, any documents that you'll be looking at, all are a way of a conversation, right? And being able to derive intelligent insights from it puts you in a very unique spot with a very unique advantage that you can have in trying to understand your customers and as well as enhance their customer experience, right? And not just restricted to customers, you also can be looking at using conversational AI to reduce the turnaround time for some of the manual tasks that employees do on a day in, day out, especially in HR, IT profiles, right? So, it's not just customer experience that you're enhancing, but also employee experience. And conversational AI is going to play a very big part in it.
Today it was an excellent day. We met a lot of good prospects, and some of our old customers were here to say hi, and yeah, so it was good to catch up. There are like a lot of good prospects like coming and saying, exploring, and based on the keynote speech, some like most of the other prospects are coming and then like meeting with us. So it's been really great. ClearTouch, we believe in building our own technology stack. So like right from like all the modules what we have, even the speech analytics, the screen recording, like the natural language complaints, everything we are building on our own. So that way that gives us a lot of leverage, what we can do, how we can put give the best experience for our end customers. That's what they love about it, and that's exactly what we want to do.
We have one of the best digital contact center solutions, one-stop shop for anything where you require automation of interactions. That could be inbound, outbound, you name it. You want to automate from the voice part, visual IVR. You put it all straight in a simple, in one of the most simplest manner. It just comes in out as the flow. We have a no coding platform. We work majorly in BFSI and airline sector. So let me put it in this way: 7 out of 10 calls, if comes from an airline, it's possibly from us.
All the technology company who have come here, they are adding a lot of values to the industry. The second thing is that the healthcare is going to adopt the technology much faster than any other industry. And the third one is the awesome hospitality by the Media. It is a patient demand, it is a doctor demand, and then when the patient and doctors and point of care demands the technology, then there is no other way to avoid it, and that's the reason that healthcare industry is adopting the technology on a large scale. Every company is right in the right track, but I would like to take the name of last presentation done by Mr. Gautam, and that is called Gani.ai. So they are a bit of ahead from other industry partners, technology partners, and I hope that they are going to add a lot of value to the industry.
Technology is going to play a very vital role in the BPO industry. The evolution of technology has just started happening, because today every customer has started talking about that how the operational excellence needs to be built in the system. And when we talk of building operational excellence in the system, technology is going to play a vital role. Qualifying as per the criteria what he wants will be available on our RMS, and he can just go and choose people out of that. So we are automating everything, because that is going to build efficiencies into the system. That is also help us in creating better excellence into the system, and we think that this is the way forward. Next 3-year plan is that we need to be close to about 20,000 people. So we are looking at almost a 300% growth in number of people. And people realize that if we take it to the BPOs, that BPOs can actually become our distributors and stockists and be in touch with the retailers. One, in terms of product ordering. Secondly, in terms of whatever offers we are trying to generate, it can be there, and we can also have the voice of the retailer, because retailer is the front end for the customer for any company.
Right.
And that voice can only be captured by a BPO, not through the sales staff. So that is where the changes have started happening in all this industry. So we think that BPOs are going to grow big time.
great conference. If you're not here, you're really missing something. And so sometimes you wonder, how does voice tech come into healthcare, right? And voice is something as common as like what we are doing, and
Definitely.
that's how the interaction between a doctor and a patient happens.
Right.
But you would realize that it's about 2 years since we are actually meeting somebody in person. So one way of using all our healthcare apps, all our healthcare facilities, all that in the coming days will definitely find great application moving into the VUI. Simple example would be somebody just saying, hey Siri or Alexa, what's the medication for me today? Or what should I eat today? Or to the other extent that you have a doctor who's performing a surgery, usually they take about 15-20 minutes, a major part of their time for every surgery to write down their operation notes. Now all that they need to do is to dictate it, and just as they finish the surgery, they just have to get the print command and they have something ready for them. Actually can help patients to maintain good health. So the way I speak, the energy that I show in my speech, voice technology can actually detect and say, hey, you're not doing well, maybe you're feeling weak, did you take your medicines today, did you eat food today?
Wow.
So voice technology is able to do that at one level. Then there are great use cases in dementia, for example.
Okay.
Mental health, there are use cases where just by detecting the tone and certain words that a person is using in a telephone conversation, even with friends, suicides have been prevented, even though humanly we might not be aware of that.
It's a lot of exploratory ideas that have come out of the summit today. So many tech minds in the room. As far as our organization is concerned, we are into logistics and we are the #1 logistics provider in India.
Definitely.
So logistics is everywhere, right? And our motto, our philosophy is excellence simply delivered. We connect people and improve lives. Right, so it's not just the shipment that we are delivering, it is actually people's expectations and an experience that we deliver to people. Augmented reality, artificial intelligence, voice bots, all of it I think is next gen, and it is something that most progressive organizations are looking to incorporate into their customer experience and to ensure that they are able to scale up. Okay, the customer experiential aspect of the business, and that is where we are looking to move as well. The tech summit, with the VoiceTech summit that we are at today, I think is a good stepping stone. A lot of ideas, a lot of innovations that I have seen here today, which would help us to take back and incorporate into our business as well.
So before coming here, we'll be having the technical knowledge about the AI.
Right.
So what are the various frameworks or technologies available to implement AI? But here I can see how this getting implemented and building a beautiful product out of that.
Right.
And who are the customers who are really loved and generated some beautiful insights for their business growth on a day-to-day basis.
Right.
So I loved really 3 to 4 products. Okay. So thought of thinking to explore more on that as well. So it's a very good takeaway in terms of information as well as exploration as well.
So we are big time into fashion retailing, and around 25% of our revenue comes from the e-commerce.
Wow.
And as of now, it is all led through the the website. It is all led through the app. But the future is going to be conversation-led commerce,
Right.
where our clientele is going to search the product, talking to a bot.
Wow.
Let's say you want a black suit for tomorrow.
Right.
The one option is that you go on and keep on searching for a black suit with different brands and all that.
Yes.
Otherwise, you are on my Veromoda site and saying that I need black suit.
Oh.
And if you get a couple of good choices of the
Right.
black suit, then and that is what brings me here. How to solve the conversation problem. Plus, let's say you have bought something from Veromoda.
Right.
and you want to return it.
Right.
Or you want to cancel the order. I mean, it can be a simple interface, cancel my order number, this.
Post-COVID, enterprises or during the pandemic, enterprises have actually understood the importance of bringing IT enablers for ensuring that there are good growths and there are monitoring in place for a lot of data-driven tasks. And that is where Intellicus helps a lot of enterprises. Even in a conversational AI, you would need a lot of insights to be given on the conversations that are happening through those intelligent solutions.
Right.
So from all of that perspective, Intellicus becomes one of the platforms which enterprises can adopt for getting a lot of insights, not only from a perspective of data, but also looking at how the future is going to be for them.
What 3 Words is a global address system designed for voice. So essentially, what we've done is we've divided the entire world into 3 by 3 meter squares and labeled each one with a unique combination of 3 words from the dictionary.
Okay.
So in the background, what's really happening is we're just translating GPS coordinates to make them more human-friendly, therefore more applicable for voice technology. The devices can get very, very smart, and the AI could get really smart, but if they don't understand us,
Right.
that kind of becomes useless. So this is why I think for us at What 3 Words, it's a very exciting place to be, because to be able to communicate precise location more easily, human to human, but also human to machine is a big part of what we do. So we're very, very pleased to be part of this conversation.
Oh, the summit has been fantastic. It has been a place where people who are using the products, people who are manufacturing these products, and people who are exponentially getting the benefits of these products are getting together. A lot of best practices that we could realize from this event. It's an event that has kind of opened our eyes in terms of what all different practices that other industries are implementing to get better results. It has been insightful. We have our presence across the globe except for Australia. We are a 14,000 people organization serving about 250 customers.
Wow.
In about 18 different languages. So we completely understand the evolving requirements and demands of the customers and technology availability in the market as well. That kind of helps us in improving efficiency by not compromising quality and satisfaction per se.
Right.
So as an organization, being in this industry for about 16 years, we have developed an organization that is focused on building products which will help us improve in this demanding world.
Right.
Right? These products that we have developed are specifically designed to solve contact center problems.
Where we provide services ranging from data curation, de-identification, annotation, labeling, transcription, to leading AI companies to help them accelerate their AI journey. And we do that by our unique value proposition of people plus process plus technology, where we have our own managed workforce, we have our own technology we have built ground up, and we believe that quality lies at the forefront of data, because I think at the end of the day the machine learns and gives out the output as the input which you are fetching them.
Right.
So I think it's a very important thing in terms of any AI development for any of the companies who want to accelerate their AI journey.
Speech is one part of it. We are into video, and that's where we are evolved into. If you guys have seen my presentation, you would have known how we are evolving our platform,
Right.
which is speech only, chat only, to also video as well. So
Right.
very exciting, great event, spectacular stuff, presentations by your teams, by Yukon Media as well. So very, very good stuff. Excited to be part of this, and also looking forward to being part of some more as well globally. Looking forward to that. Very, very good event. So today, when you look at conversations, and especially in this event, a lot of them are focused on front office conversations, which is contact center and customer experience, right? More than just contact center and customer experience, you got to look at enterprise-wide conversations that you and I are having. How does that evolve? That's where I see speech going in.
So we are helping them with the biggest problem they have, the collection part. Lending is easy. You can give money to anybody.
Right.
But getting money out of people, earlier there were a lot of human communication, human-led telephone calls used to happen.
Right.
What we have done is we have automated the entire journey, from pre-due communication to till the time it becomes NPA, and even after post that. So I think that's a very significant value proposition for a lot of financial enterprises, fintech companies across the globe, especially with the advent of BNPL, which has completely changed the game. So with BNPL coming in, there's a lot more delinquency expected in the market, and we are giving a cost-effective solution which is really scalable and helping them in reducing the delinquency rates for them, for the companies.
First of all, I would like to thank the event organizers, VoiceTech, for organizing such a beautiful event and bringing in all the good and well-known people from the industry on the one table and one platform. And the takeaway is like, I can say out of the 14 slots were there, 9 were all voice.
Right.
And voice AI. The takeaway will be going back to the table, drawing board, and how we are going to use the technologies for betterment of our end customers. That's the takeaway what I think we have for us.
Avaya brings in all the heritage, all the history. We do all the heavy lifting. We are the leaders in the contact center space, also unified communication. So with all our partners who are complementing what Avaya already does, we bring the difference in doing like I said, all the contact center technology. Listening to one of the customers speaking here, and she articulately put it in a way that voice is going to be there, technology is going to be there. Human will never be replaced by a machine. That will never happen. Yes, you need to bring in the emotional quotient, but the agents will still be there. Technology will always evolve. It will all be the same. Intention was to get the brand awareness, let everybody know, hey, we are there. We're always there, been there with you, and I think we'll continue that. So.
Perfect.
And that's a great forum. So.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
An honor to have you with us.
Thank you.
And we will see you in the next edition
Definitely.
of the Tech Summit.
Definitely. See you there.